Okay, in this video I wanted to show just quickly two things that um, I uh, I had to just update in the Kismet. It's it feels a little bit uh, useless just to see this, but it's actually two things that had quite an impact on the also how clean the effects and the things for the enemies, or because I had a few problems. So the first problem I had was that every now and again, because of the way I'm doing hit detection directly on the sword, sometimes the animation would, move in a way where the hit it hits the player, and because I do the hit detection not just 100% directly on the sword, I go a little bit off the edges just to um, make sure of a good hit. Sometimes the player gets in the way, and for anybody that saw my videos on getting the hits on the enemies and stuff, you'll remember probably this part where I do the trace. Um, and when I spawn my enemies, I have a object list. So I compare the object that I hit to the object list from the spawned enemies. And then I split it out and I can say, okay, that's an enemy or it's a world object. So I can have the enemy hit effects play, apply damage, and do all that stuff. So what I had to add was this extra compare, just to compare the current object to the player. So I do it in both cases on, whether it's in a list or not, just to rule out the player at all times. So nothing ever gets done to the player. So if it's not equal to the player, it does what it would normally do. If it's equal to the player, just stop the sequence right there. So that obviously eliminates anything happening to the player based on his own sword. um, so then, on top of that, what I just had to do was for the enemies, I had to single them out um, into a new object because I reference back to this punch current object later down the line to to apply damage and all that kind of stuff. And um, when it's being split out into the sequence, it's fine, and the punch current object is being utilized in the correct way, and it same for this. But sometimes when you stand up against a wall or something like that, in like a split second time, you can get both. Um, just because that's how the timing works. I mean, it's this sequence just sometimes runs through both. So and just for a split second there, the punch current object is also a static mesh instead of just an enemy. So within the enemy sequence there, I just added that, changing the value of the punch current object into a new value so that anything I do down the line to an enemy is being done to an enemy only, regardless of what's happening, what you're hitting at that point. Um, so that brings it over to this. That's the remote event getting triggered over here. And the biggest problem I had with the reason why I ended up splitting out the enemy or assigning the enemy to a new object was basically because of the animation here. I didn't actually have any problems um, before I started playing the hit animation. So that's what this animation node is doing. It's just playing the enemy getting hurt or getting hit. And what happened sometimes is, like I mentioned, it would have a static mesh as the punch current object. And this node doesn't like playing animations, so I'm playing animation on the current enemy target there. So this used to be punch current object, and it works fine for like 99% of the time, and then you'd stand close to a wall and try and hit an enemy, and the sword would go up against the wall and then against the enemy. And this node would, for just that split second, try and play an animation on the enemy and on the static mesh that you're busy hitting, and then it would pop up a message and say, that's an error, you can't play animations on the static mesh. Um, so to eliminate that message, basically, I added that, and it's cleaner anyway because then I've got my enemy as an object, and I've got the rest of the stuff as the other object. So I only have two objects anyway. So and yeah, that's pretty much that stuff that I want to show. And then so it's for the enemy animation. It was actually pretty. I'll say crucial that I sort that out because I don't like getting messages popping up while I play. Even though you can switch them off, it's no good. I mean, you clean it up as much as possible, and then for the player, that's kind of a visual thing. It just kind of every now and again you see something you shouldn't be seeing, and I don't like that. That's as good to me as an error. So I just had to sort that out. So in the next video, I'm just going to show quickly what I did to the player jump, just to update that a little bit to my liking. And yeah, so I'll show that in the next video.